If you're brand new to pole fishing and you've been in a tackle shop, you'll notice there are dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of different types of floats. Even if you're not new to pole fishing, you may have got, like me, got a collection like this. There is all sorts in there. But having been fortunate enough to work with some of the best in the business over the years, I've learned that you're better simplifying your options. And if you fish commercials, I'm going to show you the 5 floats that you need to bring with you. Now, it's better to have 10 of each rather than 2 of lots of different ones. I'm going to show you which ones you need. So, first up, something with a wire stem and a rugby ball shaped body. That is absolutely perfect when you're fishing in fairly deep water on the deck and it's windy or it's towing. The body will just help hold the float there and help present it as you want. Next up, again, if you're fishing on the bottom, but when it's a little bit calmer like we have today, and you can use another wire stem, but this time it's a much slimmer body. Dot that down, that's great for fishing for everything on the deck. You use maybe a bulk and a couple of dropper shot below that, and that'll just help you catch carp and bream on the bottom. Next up, very similar to what I just showed you then, but this again, slimline body, but this is a carbon stem. Now carbon stems are brilliant when you don't know where in the water column the fish are. You get your shot and you string them down the line, so it falls very slowly and it allows you to catch fish on the drop. And that's great when you maybe have some roach up in water and you have some skimmers on the bottom and you want to catch a bit of everything. Next up is this little baby. Now these are for fishing shallow. So if you've got lots of carp or F1s in particular in sort of the top 12 inches, 24 inches of water, that's what you need. Something short, something with a body as opposed to a dibber and a bristle. And it helps you read the bites a little bit better. So if you're getting little dinks and things like that, you sometimes know you have to shallow up. And the great thing about this shape of body is when you slap the rig in, that makes the noise of a pellet. So the fish home into the rig. And last but not least, this time of year, you've got to go down the edge looking for some lunkers, is your margin float. Now this big thick tip, big body, and the idea is that will only go under when a fish takes the bait, because the last thing you want is something really sensitive that goes like that, slides under and it's a liner and you hook a tail. So what you need is a float that sits there and only thunders under when you hook a big fish. The float that I'm going to go with is the slimline carbon stem, bulk and 2 droppers. Get it through to the bottom, try and catch some quality fish. And hopefully it doesn't take long for that float to go under. There we go. Trickled a few pellets in. That feels like a decent fish. It's definitely one of those days where I've needed to bomb the bait to the bottom. A lot of small fish, and as the bait tries to go through the water, you get a few little dinks. Because I've got that bulk of shot, gets it down to the bottom quickly. So I've got a banded pellet on there as well. It means there's a very good chance that every time that float goes under, it's some substantial. Very lively. Loads of these sort of 2 to 4 pound fish in here. There's plenty of bigger ones. I'm not feeling brave enough to put my rig near them lilies today. Come on. Yes, that will do nicely. Beautifully dark fish. Let's be honest, we'll all be happy with a few of them, won't we? So whenever you get to your venue, have a look at the conditions, pick your floats up and work out which one's going to be best for you that day.